Hello, I'm Dr. Vanita Rattan and this channel is dedicated to skincare for skin of colour. So I'm a doctor, but I'm also a cosmetic formulator. And that basically means that I understand ingredients, actives, percentages, and what we should be wearing for skin of colour in a clinical setting. So I know I get asked all the time, but Dr. V, surely everything should be suitable for our skin. Well, here's the thing. We have to be a lot more careful with our skin. We cannot afford to irritate or burn it, unlike Caucasian skin, which will be fine. With us, any irritation and our melanocytes will not forgive us, and they will be producing pigmentation, hyperpigmentation in one area for many years later. So we just have to be a lot more educated with our skincare, and unfortunately the majority of the products on the market were really designed for Caucasian skin. So if you follow me at the Hyperpigmentation Clinic, you can see I specialize in treating pigmentation for skin of color. I've treated over 30,000 cases with a 95% success rate. And this is really how I know at what percentage is for every single active we should be putting on our skin. Okay, so today we will be talking about SKINCEUTICALS. I've been asked many times to make this video for you, and obviously it is my pleasure to do so. So let's dive right in. Okay, so one of their most popular products, if not their bestseller, is FERULIC. Okay, so this is expensive. This is $166. And actually it's a very simple ingredients list. I don't actually know why it's so expensive. In my lab, this would probably cost me, I don't know, about £5 to make, plus packaging. So, I mean, it's very expensive. The positives, however, let's start with positives always. There's no fragrance, there's no essential oils, there's no alcohol, which I love. A lot of the big brands get this wrong, but this is one thing I love about SKINCEUTICALS, is that they don't put fragrance in their products. So the third ingredient here is ascorbic acid, also known as L-ascorbic. It's a very good antioxidant. It can help to reduce the signs of pigmentation and brighten the skin up. It can be used in combination. Antioxidants usually work much better in combination, or they can be used alone up to about 15 to 20%. The only downside here really is just how easily oxidized this ingredient is. So UV and air can oxidize this product. So I love that it's in an amber jar, so it reduces the amount of UV penetration, but it's not vacuum packed or an airless pump. And so oxygen is in contact with this product right from the birth of the product. And so you don't actually know how much of this ascorbic acid is still effective, if any at all, just because of the packaging. And this is one of the reasons why packaging is so important. And they've also got ferulic acid in it. So I love that they've put ferulic acid in, obviously, and vitamin E in order to stabilize the vitamin C. However, again, ferulic acid is better in a vacuum packed container. Here it's probably about 0.5% in this formula. I do prefer a higher percentage, up to about 3%. Because it is a very effective ingredient. Packaging is one thing, and the next one they've got is tocopherol, so that's about 1%. That's your vitamin E, and that's very good as well to stabilize the product. I think that this product is fine for skin of color. There's nothing in it that's going to irritate our skin. I'm just not sure what percentage of the vitamin C has been oxidized and how effective it is. And at this price point, at $166, I want to know I have 100% efficacy. I'm a little bit split-minded. I wouldn't purchase this just because I know the price point and how much it costs to manufacture, but that's beside the point. If they vacuum pack this, then I would definitely recommend you purchase it. Right now, I'm a bit split-minded. It's not going to harm your skin, but I just don't know how effective it's going to be either. Okay, so moving on to the next product, which is Discoloration Defense. This is £85. The positives are there's no fragrance, there's no alcohol. Again, well done SKINCEUTICALS, because again, a lot of the brands get this wrong. So excellent. The third ingredient here is niacinamide. As you all know, I love niacinamide. Niacinamide should be worn by everybody for all ages. It is just your best friend ingredient. So what it does is it controls sebum, which is great for oily skin. It helps to reduce the amount of melanin that goes from the melanocytes into the skin cells around it, the keratinocytes. So it helps to reduce signs of pigmentation. It helps to increase cell turnover, so again, it's good for aging. So, and very few people react to niacinamide, so it's great for skin of color. So they've got that right too. The moisturizers they've got in this are butylene glycol, they've got glycerin, they've got urea, they've got propylene glycol, so these are all very good for our skin. And they've got tranexamic acid, which I like as well. It's a synthetic amino acid. I like it at about 2 to 5%, but here they've put it in at about 1%. So it's well tolerated. I would have preferred a slightly higher percentage, but you know, that's fine. So they've got an interesting buffering agent actually. They've put in hydroxyethyl piperazine ethane sulfonic acid. And so it has been shown to form free radicals in our skin. We do need more research, but it's generally not a good idea, and there are better buffering agents, so I'm not sure why they use this particular one. The other thing I'd say is at the Hyperpigmentation Clinic we use approximately 30% actives in order to treat pigmentation in the skin of color. We have a 95% success rate, and I know the strength required in order to treat dark pigmentation in skin of color. Here I think they've got maybe 5 to 8% anti-pigmentation ingredients. So I mean, I think you will see some reduction, but I just don't think it's going to be that effective. And for £85, it's just a lot of money, and I do take that into consideration because this is your hard-earned money. This is your time. This is your labor. This is a time that you spent away from your children in order to make that money. And I fully feel that pain. Believe me, as a mum, I feel that pain. And so when something's this expensive, you know, I have higher expectations. So I think it's an okay product. I think it's fine for skin of color. I just don't think you're going to see amazing results with it. Okay, so moving on to the next product, which is retinol 0.3%, which again costs £65. The positives are, I love the percentage. So well done, because often retinol, you know, people are putting on 1%, 2%, and that really can cause issues for skin of color. So what I did about 15 years ago, before I started formulating our professional grade pigmentation treatment for the Hyperpigmentation Clinic, I had to figure out what percentages of different actives were suitable for skin of color, because the whole point was that we want to have 0% burns, and that had never been done before. And so I found what percentage actives were best for skin of color that would where you would see results but it wouldn't irritate the skin. And then after that, I then had to figure out how to combine them, which the best combinations were, and then how to stabilize them. So that's another video, that's a whole other story. But I'm glad that they're doing 0.3% retinol. This is a good percentage for us, very unlikely to irritate us. That's good. The positives here also are the moisturizers. So here they've got dimethicone, they've got dipropylene glycol, they've got caprylyl glycol as well, and they've also got an anti-inflammatory, which is bisabolol, which I love as well. So they've actually got a lot right. However, they then went and added denatured alcohol. Can you imagine? Denatured alcohol with retinol. That is not a good combination. The reason, I mean, it's literally just like a free radical party in your skin, causing premature aging, damaging your collagen. It's increasing your transepidermal water loss. Your skin is not able to protect itself from external influences, from UV, etc. in the future. Denatured alcohol should not be in our skincare. And the reason they put it in is because it's such a good solvent. It's basically, it's able to dissolve quite difficult ingredients, and also it is very thin. It thins the whole formula out, and so it doesn't feel so heavy on your face, and that's why it gets put into sunscreens a lot, which generally are quite heavy, but it's a bad idea. So I don't like that. They've also added Boswellia serrata resin extract, which is a fragrance. It can be a skin sensitizer. It can also have soothing properties too, but I'd probably steer clear because it's just not worth it. It's a shame because they actually got so much right with this product. They even got the percentage retinol right, which a lot of people get wrong. So they were so close to getting this formula right. So SKINCEUTICALS, if you're watching, if you could please remove those 2 ingredients for me, then I will make another video for you endorsing this product because it's a good product. Just a couple of tweaks I would make in order to make it perfect for our skin. The way it is right now, I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, so the next product is Mineral Eye UV Defense SPF50, which is £23. I usually actually never talk about price, but I just feel like with this brand, it's so expensive, you need to know. You need to do cost-benefit analysis in your mind. So here, it's hard to find a good mineral sunscreen for around the eye area. And I'm actually quite impressed with this formula, which is rare for me. So good news is they've got no alcohol, they've got no fragrance, no irritants, and no chemical sunscreens. Often what you'll find is people think it's a physical sunscreen because it has zinc oxide or titanium dioxide in it, but they won't realize the chemical filters that are in it as well. And so usually it's mixed. Actually, it's very hard to find a pure mineral sunscreen without alcohol because it's very hard to manufacture. Generally it comes out very thick, very white. So here they've got titanium dioxide, which is basically the only block. I do prefer zinc oxide because you do have better protection against UVA, but titanium dioxide is very good too. So I do like this product and I would recommend this product. Okay, so they made the classic mistakes with the next product, however, which is their Ultra Facial UV Defense, which is £32. So it's a decent price point actually, surprisingly for SKINCEUTICALS, but it is a chemical sunscreen plus titanium dioxide, so it has denatured alcohol in it for, again, the spreadability. I'm glad, I mean, it's fragrance free, so that's good, but I'm not that impressed. I would definitely avoid this sunscreen because of the denatured alcohol. My impression of the brand actually is I'm glad that it's fragrance free, okay, because so many of the brands that I review, and I try and get through, you know, as many as I can. I think I've done about 30 so far. I've got another 30 on my list, but so many of them get that bit wrong. I mean, that is just basic. It's just to not put fragrance in your skincare. So they got that bit right. However, I just feel like these formulations are actually very basic. They're not, I feel like technology has moved on. I feel like they can combine and you can create magical formulas. You can create incredible formulas. That's where creativity comes out. And here it's just very simple, easy to manufacture formulas at very high prices. And I just think that they're very good at marketing. I mean, I wish I was that good at marketing. How on earth do you sell a vitamin C, E and folic acid serum at $166 and make it a bestseller? That is phenomenal. Well done, SKINCEUTICALS, because that was magical. However, I do feel like you can improve your technology. I feel like ingredients have moved on. I think you can push the boundaries a bit more and just do better. I'm glad that you got the basics right though, well done on that. And if you'd like to make those tweaks for me, I promise you I will make another video, SKINCEUTICALS, and endorse those products. Please everybody, can you write down below anything you want me to make you? Please do remember I'm in the comment section for 1 hour at the launch of every single video, so please subscribe and hit that notification bell for all the videos and download your free guide for skin of color so you know which ingredients that are good for you, which ones to avoid, and what is skin of color, you know, why we need to be more educated with our skin. Thank you very much for listening and I look forward to seeing you soon.